blind people, and in the dark night time we cannot see. But when you're taken over by desire, it is worse than that. You cannot see anything. Even daytime, you cannot see anything. Ninji Jimbo the Nime Zone Malam Jimbo, Ngabja Taba, Pegaratanga, Tendi Shirme Do, Emba Tuje Jala Kujan Tal Kangi Mejon Tende Lam Sonjo Tomba Mebai, Sipi Chiwa, Tonzeba, Kotam Tela, Shanzalo Kangi Tenjin Dewa Shangaba Meba, Shemeba, Cheba Meba, Tameba, Wan Meba, Dromeba, Tade Temi, Tenjimin Treba, Nisha Shitemba. Dobe Sanje Manamje Tamba Tela Chanzalo. Okay. First of all, when we talk about Buddha's teaching or Buddhism, all the categories of the Buddha's teaching. First of all, we have to know about the Buddha. Who was Buddha? What is Buddha? That is very important. So that's why today I'm going to start talk about this is one of the Buddha Shakyamuni's, his past life. When Buddha was in Jataka grove, right? Jataka grove. In Tibetan we call Jataka. So that place was Buddha stayed there most of the time. Because that place offered by one of the Buddha's chief lay disciple. His name is Ngöme Sejin. Ngöme Sejin, that the Buddha's disciple, he always giving helping to the poor people and helpless people, homeless people, always. And also he offered to the Buddhas and the Buddha's disciples as a very, very big that offered always. And also then he offered that place for the Buddhas and the Buddha's disciples dwell there, spend there for the giving teaching and also practice. So that's why his name is Ngöme Sejin. Ngöme means homeless or helpless. Sejin means generous or giving for food or clothes, etc. That place, kingdom, the place name is Kosala. Kosala kingdom. Then that Kosala, the king was, his name is in Tibetan we call Saljar. Jalbo Saljar. Jalbo means king, Saljar means his name. Okay, in Sanskrit, ancient Indian Sanskrit word, Prasenajit. Prasenajit. Then that king, he went to see Buddha, where Buddha stayed that time. The place is Jataka Grove. Then that king asking Buddha a question. The question was, when was the first time generate Bodhicitta in your past life, in your past life? Buddha very keep smiling, and then also Buddha showing his majestic teeth. It's very white and majestically is bright, something like this. And then Buddha replied, in his past life, one of his past life, there was a place or kingdom called Eden. Eden means it's like a Radiant, the place. It's a very also nice place, means. That time, that place king was him. Also that king's name was Rabsal, Rabsal, King Rabsal. Then Buddha said that time, when he was king, that time, then Buddha he generated Bodhicitta, the first time generated Bodhicitta. Then Buddha continually talk about how happened that, how he was start, why he start to generate Bodhicitta. Then that time, now he was a king. Then there was a caretaker of elephant. It's very the highly trained caretaker of elephant. That caretaker of elephant, he brought a nice, very nice elephant. It's also the elephant, also I think white color, white one. It's a very nice elephant. He brought near the palace, and then he showed the king, showed the elephant to king. Then king was like that elephant. Then king told that caretaker, say, you teach this elephant how to listen when we use or when we ride, how to very good listener and follow us how we use when we use. So then the caretaker of elephant said yes. So then he trained that elephant very well. Then after finishing the trained, and then he brought back one day, and then he said, King, I trained the elephant very well. Now it's time to use. You can use So now I trained very well. Then king was very happy. Then king accepted, say okay. Then king come down, and then king he ride the elephant with the caretaker. Then they went out. Then they go outside and look around the environment or somewhere. Then one time, approach near the forest, deep forest. Then elephant is changing. Elephant the acting is changing. When the caretaker also asked elephant to go this way, elephant not much listen. Then elephant wanted to go in the forest, something like that. Then they couldn't control elephant. Then elephant is go in the forest and deeper and deeper and faster and faster. Then king was very afraid. Then king said, "You said you trained the elephant very well, but now it's happened like this. Why like that?" Then the caretaker replied, "King, I trained very well. But now elephant smell the female elephant, and the herd female elephant is the voice in the forest. That's why king elephant, this male elephant, feel like to meet female elephant. Now is elephant also, there's no choice, because taken over by the desire. That's why I trained physically, but I cannot train mentally. I cannot train the elephant's mind. That's why now he feel he mentally feel the desire. So that's why also elephant also he followed that taken over by desire. Then suddenly the caretaker asked the king, please hold the branch of the trees, you hold and I also hold, so let elephant go. So we just hold to tree branch, and then we can just stay here. So yeah, then they do that, and then they save from that problem. Then after that, our caretaker also continually talk about something that's what is the fault of desire. Caretaker said, king, if when you taken over by desire or lust, then there's no choice. There's no choice like that. This elephant. When you taken over by desire, attachment, especially the lust, like attachment, then that is the most difficult one. That is like he said, he used some like for examples, like when you taken over by the desire, then that desire does not let you feel how much difficult, how much you dangerous. Yeah, something like this. He said like when you taken over by the desire, then you will not feel you will not feel afraid. Fire, and also in the sun, the very hot sun, also you will not afraid. And also, when you're taken over by the desire, it's like hell. And also, he said, when you're taken over by the desire, actually, normally we said the blind people, and also in the very dark night time, we cannot see. Blind people, and in the dark night time, we cannot see. But when you're taken over by desire, it is worse than that. You cannot see anything. Even daytime, you cannot see anything. It's like a very, 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 very thick dark. You fall in. You fall in the very, very thick darkness. And also he said, when you're taken over by the desire, it's like worse than poison of the snake. And also he say, when you're taken over by the desire, it is worse drunk than by alcohol. And then when you're taken over by the desire, it is the most and the deepest gorge. It's most dangerous gorge. And then also, when you're taken over by the desire, it is worse than common ghost. Common ghost. This is worse than common ghost. So on. He give him so many examples like that. So then he said, when you're taken over by the desire attachment, it is very hard to subdue, control. Then King asked him, who is in the world? Who is in the world can control the desire one, attached one? Then caretaker of the elephant replied, King, in the world, in the world, which is eliminate desire and calmness and very humble, and then respect to compassion, and then also eliminator of the darkness like lamb. That is Buddha. Then caretaker explain him or reply the king like that. That is Buddha. That is enlightened one. Then that time king heard about that. That is the Buddha, and that's enlightened one. That is the awakened one. Then Buddha, king was surprised, very, very surprised. At least he remember the power of eliminate desire. The result of eliminate desire, far away from desire, how much important is, how much useful if can eliminate desire, attachment. Then king, he heard about Buddha or enlightened one from the caretaker. Then king, he is naturally, or is it continuously generate bodhicitta. He think about, that is he heard about the Buddha, that is then Buddha's quality. Then he was felt that is wonderful, that is perfect. That's why I want to be like that. I want to be achieved like that. Then the king is naturally generate bodhicitta. So that is the Buddha Shakyamuni in his past life, one of his past lives. So that time that king was Buddha Shakyamuni. So that time then he generated bodhicitta, the first time generated bodhicitta from there. Then Buddha Shakyamuni explained to King Prasenajit. So why I could when I become King Rabsal, I could generate bodhicitta. What is the cause? Then he talked about the cause of the King Rabsal can generate bodhicitta. So before King Rabsal's one of lifetime Buddha Shakyamuni, then Buddha Shakyamuni was born in Claymaker's honor. Then that time there was happened famine, happened no food, very hard to find the food, so the famine. Then that time there was a Buddha, and that Buddha got a lot of the disciples. Then that time, the Buddha's lifetime, that he's the Claymaker owner. Then he offered to Buddha, that Buddha and Buddha's disciples, a lot of the food. Yeah. So then, when we offered to food, and then he made aspiration. Aspiration. Then, due to that merit, then after that life, then he born in King Rabsal. Then when King Rabsal, that caretaker of elephant, explained him about the Buddha, when the Buddha Shakyamuni, that time King Rabsal, when he heard about Buddha's name and the Buddha's quality from the caretaker of elephant, then it spontaneously, naturally, in his mind, is happened to generate bodhicitta. Its bodhicitta is grow automatically, is spontaneously grow the bodhicitta. Then his mind transform into the bodhicitta mind, means compassion. It's full of compassion. Yeah. Then that time Buddha Shakyamuni, he explained to King Prasenajit. That time when he was the King Rabsal, that time he generated bodhicitta. Then from there he life to life he practiced. Always he generated bodhicitta and compassion it more and more, and then he always helping to the sentient beings, and then life to life, then he practiced. Then up to that time, Buddha Shakyamuni time, then he said he finally achieved enlightenment. From there, life to life, he practiced. He always generative, always with bodhicitta. So then after that, King Prasenajit heard about that. Then King Prasenajit is very happy. It's very amazingly happy. Then he felt that is perfect. And then also King Prasenajit also wanted to generate bodhicitta, and also he wanted to receive the more and more teaching from Buddha, and he wanted to be a great Buddha's disciple. Then he made praise to Buddha. Then after that he happily returned to his palace. When we know about the Buddha Shakyamuni, so many his past lives, through his past lives he cultivate to practice and how to engage his life to life up to the achieve enlightenment. We have to know all those his practices. So then, even we know that Buddha Shakyamuni, he achieved enlightenment. So here, this time, always we talking about the Buddha Shakyamuni in India. He was born there, and then after he practiced meditation, Naranjana river, and then went to Bodhi Gaya under Bodhi tree, achieved enlightenment, and then after that he giving teaching after he parinirvana. We just talking about only when Buddha Shakyamuni appeared here, only this short time. So if we only talking about that, that is also important. We have to know, we have to learn that. But only that, we thinking about only that much, then I think we such like ordinary people, they think, oh, that is very hard to practice, hard to achieve enlightenment within this life. So I think so many people misunderstand. So if you know about even Buddha Shakyamuni, he spent a lot of time in his past lives, many past lifetimes, and then better and better up to he achieved enlightenment, up to he appear here, finally achieved enlightenment. So then we know that he also accumulated life to life from many past lives up to he achieved enlightenment. So then we also follow like that. For example, in this life, we have an opportunity to learn about the Buddha's teaching, practice some. But don't worry, no need to worry. This life, what we have opportunity, do not waste. We just take this opportunity, then we have to listen to the teaching, the contemplating about this, and then how much you can put into practice. You do that, then of course in the next life we can get another opportunity. Like Buddha Shakyamuni in his past lives, life to life, he practiced life to life. He was more practices. Then next life he get greater opportunity. So we also understand that. So then in this life, even we cannot achieve enlightenment within this life, but we can do practice, and then also we can really highly hope in the next life. So that is very important. I think it's very important to understand the Buddha's whole, not only just Buddha appeared in India that time, but more than that, it's further than that in his past lives. So that's important. So namde tamje zibanye tomne nyepe dana pamshe shen shega na je balon trubai sibe zole rowa rowarai sho jisi namka neba don rowa jisi nejuroba dese dane nejuron rowe dongar se warai sho